The power of boundaries. 3 things to keep private at any cost. There's something profoundly human about our desire to connect. We're wired for it, we crave it. And yet, in our eagerness to be seen and understood, we sometimes forget one crucial true connection is built not just on openness, but on boundaries. Let's talk about something that doesn't get enough attention. The power of keeping certain things private, not out of secrecy, but out of self-respect. Because here's the thing, wise people don't just share everything with everyone. They know that some things must be guarded, protected, and honored in order to preserve their integrity, their peace, and their growth. So what are these things? What should we keep private at any cost? 1, your deepest struggles while you're still healing. Life is full of challenges, grief, failures, disappointments, personal traumas. When we're in pain, it's natural to want support, to feel heard and understood. But there is a crucial distinction between seeking genuine help and exposing our wounds to the wrong audience. The danger of sharing too soon. When we talk about our struggles while we're still in the middle of them, we open ourselves up to several risks. Unsolicited opinions. Not everyone knows how to support us. Some people might minimize our pain, offer unhelpful advice, or even use our vulnerability against us. Emotional exploitation. There are people who thrive on gossip, negativity, or drama. Sharing your pain with the wrong people can turn your real struggle into entertainment for someone else. Deepening the wound, talking about your pain over and over again, especially with those who don't provide real solutions, can keep you stuck in it rather than help you move forward. What wise people do instead? They process their pain in safe, controlled environments with a therapist, a close friend, or in solitude. They avoid social media rants or public disclosures that invite unnecessary judgment. They focus on healing first, sharing later when they have learned the lesson and are no longer emotionally raw. Think of it like this. You don't open a wound to the world before it's had a chance to scab over. Let yourself heal before exposing the story. When you do share, let it be from a place of strength rather than a plea for validation. 2, your biggest goals until they're achieved. Most people believe that sharing their goals will help them stay accountable. After all, if you announce your ambitions, won't you feel more pressure to follow through? Surprisingly, research suggests otherwise. Psychological studies have found that talking about your goals gives you a premature sense of accomplishment, which can actually decrease motivation. When we receive external praise or acknowledgement for simply declaring a goal, our brains can trick us into feeling like we've already achieved something, reducing our drive to take action. The dangers of announcing goals too soon. 1, external doubts. Create internal doubts. Oh, not everyone will support your vision. Some people will project their own fears onto you. Their skepticism can shake your belief in yourself, especially if your goal is ambitious or unconventional. 2, loss of momentum. Oh, talking about an idea can sometimes feel like doing the work when in reality, it's just talk. The more you discuss it, the less urgent it feels to actually make progress. 3, unnecessary pressure and expectation. Oh, if you tell too many people about your plans, you might start making decisions based on how they perceive your success rather than what's truly best for you. What wise people do instead? They work in silence and let results speak louder than words. They share selectively with mentors or those who can genuinely help them. They understand that not everyone needs to know what they're working on. Some things grow best when they're nurtured privately, without outside interference. Nurtured and protected from harsh conditions. Only when it's strong enough can it withstand the winds of the outside world. So don't announce every dream too soon. Build first, reveal later. 3, your private life and personal relationships. In an era of constant sharing, it's easy to feel like we need to put everything on display: or relationships, family dynamics, personal milestones. But wise people understand that some things lose their value when they are exposed to too many people. The risks of oversharing personal matters. 1, unwanted interference. Oh, when too many people know about your personal life, they start feeling entitled to give opinion 7 when they're not needed. Whether it's about your marriage, friendships, or family issues, unsolicited advice can create unnecessary tension. 2, increased vulnerability. Oh, relationships, whether romantic or platonic, thrive in intimacy and trust, not in public validation. The more people know, the more they feel like they have a say, and sometimes their influence can be damaging. 3, performative love versus authentic love. Oh, social media has created a culture where people display their relationships for approval. But real love isn't about likes, and comments, it's about deep, meaningful connection. Some of the strongest relationships are the ones that aren't constantly showcased but are quietly nurtured behind the scenes. What wise people do, instead, they protect their relationships from unnecessary exposure. They don't feel the need to prove their love or friendships to the world. They share selectively, only with people who have earned the right to hear their personal stories. They understand that privacy is not secrecy, it's self-respect. Your personal life is yours. It's not content for public consumption. The courage to protect what matters. There's a misconception that being open means sharing everything. But true openness isn't about exposure, it's about discernment. Being wise means knowing what to share, when to share it, and with whom. It means having the courage to say, this part of my life is not for public discussion. Not as a way to build walls, but as a way to preserve what is sacred. Because some things are not meant to be displayed, debated, or dissected by those who have no stake in our well-being. Protect your struggles while you heal. Protect your dreams while you build. Protect your relationships while they grow. Not out of fear, but out of wisdom. Because when you guard what matters, you create space for authenticity, depth, and real meaningful connection. And that's the real power of keeping things private. The strength in privacy. Keeping things private is not about hiding, it's about protecting what matters. Protect your struggles until you have healed. Protect your goals until you have built something real. Protect your relationships from unnecessary scrutiny. Because when you guard what is sacred, you create space for authenticity, growth, and genuine connection. Not everything needs an audience. Not every moment needs to be shared. Sometimes the most powerful things in life happen in the quiet space where you are free to heal, build, and love without interference. And that is the true power of keeping things private